Hello everybody. I know it's been a while. I've been taking a break and so you'll have to excuse me. I'm kind of out of it still and a lot going on, as you know. And I want to thank Sharon for sending me the link to this. We have another Jehovah's Witness murder in a family. The Charlotte Observer. This is here in the United States. Oh my goodness. Yeah, good Jehovah's Witnesses. Sounds like family has a little bit of mental health issues. I'm being kind. After he killed his cousin, he moved into her bedroom. Charlotte murder witnesses testify. Now, the murder actually happened in 2010, but he has been fighting with court. He's been basically rotting in jail. He even thanks the judge, for allowing the trial to go ahead because he's been rotting in jail. But they've been fighting this because they were trying to see if he was fit to stand trial. Well, obviously the judges decided he has, because now he is pro se defending himself in a murder trial. I mean, that should tell you right there, right? Derek Ward, before his 2010 arrest, he is now defending himself in a pro se murder trial in the Mecklenburg County Courthouse. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to read details about the murder because it's pretty gross, and I swear it's going to be in one of my forensic shows that I watch. But, oh my goodness, yeah. Poor girl. Inside apartment 201, Brittany Ward and her sister shared a bedroom. Days after her murder, the man police say killed her moved in. He took Brittany's twin bed where on May 5, 2010, she lay stiffly with bloody sheets and a bruised neck and filled her dresser and closet with his clothes. Brittany's mother and siblings revealed new details in her murder while testifying in Derek Ward's Charlotte trial Wednesday. Testimony continued through Friday and will resume next week. So the trial's going on, it's proceeding now. And this is why, we're bringing this up now, because we didn't have details of the murder back then. Actually, we weren't even awake yet back in 2010, so we didn't know anything about this. So it's going through everything. They told the jury that Ward, a cousin they barely knew, said he came to their home to get the demon out of Brittany. Brittany, then 23, had been diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia for nearly 5 years, the family said. They believed him when he said she was possessed. They said, at least back then. Well, we know Jehovah's Witnesses and how they feel about demons, right? And possession and all of that. Ward is accusing of murdering and raping Brittany in May of 2010, weeks after her family first met him. In Mecklenburg County Courthouse this week, he is representing himself in Charlotte's first pro se murder trial since 2012. Despite concerns about Ward's mental health from his mother and advising lawyer, Chief Superior Court Judge Carla Archie allowed the trial to continue this week. Ward has been in jail for 14 years. Judges have found him mentally unfit to stand trial several times. And then they had the police digest of the original report that was in the newspaper. And like I said, I'll put the link down below to this. It's an article from Derek Ward's arrest and his cousin murder, published in the Charlotte Observer on May 26, 2010. Details shared so far in court have established a timeline around Derek Ward's abrupt arrival, foreshadowing comments and behavior about after Brittany's death. So apparently he tried to exorcise the demons out of her and just kind of lost it, and he ended up killing her, and you can read the details. Get the demon out. On May 5th, 2010, Brittany died, but when exactly she died remains unknown, according to testimony. When her sisters got home that Wednesday afternoon, Carly checked her room. Brittany was in there, she said. She was facing the wall with blankets draped up to her shoulders. Unknown to Carly, the blankets covered the bloody sheets. So it sounds like the body was in there for a little bit. Yeah, Brittany's still sleeping, and so they left her alone. And then when there's no response, they went and checked, and yeah, she was dead. All right. Ward knew what to do, he said confidently, even calmly. After they discovered her, the sisters recounted. The demon had her, he said, according to their testimony. They just needed to clean her up and help it get out. Oh, good Lord. Dawn and her kids followed his instruction. Dawn is the mom. They got a bucket of water and towels, cleaned her. They dressed her in a new nightgown, grabbing it from the drawer where Ward would soon fill with his own clothes. They put new underwear on her and moved her off the bed. Then they prayed. Dawn then called the elders at her Kingdom Hall, where Jehovah's Witnesses congregate. She said her daughter was possessed. Later that night, they came to look at Brittany. Imagine the surprise those elders had. I bet they called the cops, though. Knowing Brittany's history of mental illness and thought she may be showing symptoms of her schizophrenia, said Richard Marshall, one of the elders. Then the subheading says, an elder and a cop. During testimony, Marshall recounted when he knocked on the door. Dawn answered, he said. Ward wasn't far behind. He was eating in the kitchen. And they started telling him about the demons and Brittany being possessed. And the elder testified, Marshall, he said, he did clearly remember going back to the room where Brittany lay. He took her hand. It was cold. He told the courtroom, cold to the touch. This ain't good, he said. He thought about the time. Prosecutors Friday morning asked if he checked her pulse. Marshall didn't, he said, adding he didn't know how. Oh my. Oh my. Continuing with his testimony, Marshall told Dawn she should call 911. This seemed like a medical emergency, not something elders could address, he told her. Paramedics and police and investigators soon came. First it was a death investigation, then it was a homicide investigation. So the mother was a murder suspect also, so she was charged with a murder and concealing a death after the fact and incest in 2010. Testifying in court Thursday, Dawn said at some point before Brittany passed, she and Ward started having sex with her nephew. Oh, good Lord. And then they have the newspaper clipping from the mom's arrest also, and pictures of both. The Charlotte Observer on June 4th, 2010 published an article about Dawn Ward's arrest in her daughter's murder. She was once charged with murder and incest with her nephew, Derek Ward. Prosecutors dropped the incest and murder charge, and Dawn pleaded guilty to concealing a death after the fact. She served 5 months in prison and several years on probation. That November, she asked to have the charge expunged from her record. Well, I'm sure, because Jehovah's Witnesses can't have a criminal record for murder and incest, right? Family was split down the middle. But I am going to scroll down here. And anyway, the hearing is going on right now. That's why they have updated all of this in the article, since he has been found mentally fit now by the Judge Archie it is. Even though he's made some questionable decisions, I would think defending yourself would be, the first questionable decision. But anyway, that trial is going on now, and I will put the link down below. And I want to thank all of you so much for the birthday cards for Mikey. We had a fun family birthday and made him a big chocolate cake. So anyway, I want to thank all of you for, the phone calls and emails and all of the concern. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. And I am hoping soon to be able to do some videos with the 2 emails that I have from Atlantis. And it's just been difficult because he was kind of like our adoptive grandpa. And, you know, like Petra. Even though Atlantis and his wife didn't have kids of their own, Petra was kind of like an adoptive granddaughter also. And so it's been rough on all of us. And so anyway, thank you, all of you. It's just going to take us a while to, you know, but he would have wanted us to keep going. You know, he was just hell-bent on bringing down Watchtower. And I do have a handwritten letter and some other emails with details of his life that he told us. And I hope to be able, you know, to do a video and share with everybody. He was quite the wily character. He was always a step ahead of Watchtower. And so it was interesting, you know, reading all of that and getting to know him. And I wish I would have known him back then because, like I said, he was quite the character. He was quite the character now, too. I mean, whenever we did a video that was a slam dunk against Watchtower, he would always say, get out the Kahlua and Oreos, because we dunk Oreos in Kahlua instead of milk. So he would always say that. And so, anyway, you all have a wonderful day. Bye.